had a comment about how I hadn't filmed any of my Inktober videos. So I thought I'd try to kind of like mock up what I did for Inktober. I was thinking I would do something that includes a mask. So I'm just gonna thumbnail first. So I'm kind of thinking about doing my necromancer character again, stretching like one of those voodoo doll faces over his own face. I might stretch it out a little further just so it looks really weird. Trying to decide if I want him wearing like a jumpsuit or something like that, like a prisoner. That's part of his story. And then if not, I'm thinking maybe I'll either add stripes in the background or like an orange jumpsuit. And the only downside of that is I don't have orange here. All my markers are elsewhere. Just in case you couldn't see much of what I was doing. And then grab the mask at the top and near the bottom. And then it'll stretch it out like a deflated football. We could catch the edge of the smile and add some depth with wrinkles. To get his fingers right. Not in my sketch though. And I can turn his body a little. I like this thing where the abdominals, whenever people kind of like lean over, stick out a little bit. Which of these I like best? I feel like this one's more dynamic. But this one, I don't know, something about the simplicity of it I kind of like. Maybe I'll go simple this time and then do maybe something digital with that at some point. Oh, this was a drawing that I did of someone's dog a long time ago. Well, not that long, I guess. 2019. Feels like a long time ago. The thumbnail beside me. I had to bring a bunch of refills. Okay. Actually, usually when I make these, I end up having to fully erase the whole picture at least once when I'm placing things, if it's been a while. For instance, generally with Inktober, it takes me 3 days, I think, on average, to actually like warm up, get to where it doesn't take me as long. I'll go from barely being able to complete a page a day to being able to complete 3 a day if I need to. And that definitely depends on the complexity, but generally give him a very thin, long body because he's quite tall. Slim him out. Got sharp hips. He's not gonna be as far forward as I wanted. Which is on me. Really like that curve I had on that other thumbnail. I'm just gonna pull this forward to myself for a second. I might be able to live with it. I can't fuss with it as much because that would take a long time. I want to wrinkle the smile. Put some stitching. I usually like to give him the little triangle nails. I don't know why, just... I think it's something to do with the shape of his head. I get to spin this at some point. If I had the time, I would do barbed wire. Barbed wire looks so cool, I don't know. Hope nobody counts how often I take deep breaths when I'm drawing. I'm a little nervous still. Even though it's fine. I mess up, I mess up. Again, it's only because it's on video. Just normal stuff. Motions and whatnot. Sometimes I give him white hair, and sometimes I give him black hair. I've really settled on what he had. Maybe it's green, maybe it's blue. Pretty much always draw him black and white, so I guess it's up for interpretation. Guess my memory card ran out of space. Hopefully it caught some of that. But if not, nothing to do. Nothing we can do about it. Well, that's not even, but that's okay. I built all that even myself. It's gonna be wonky. Anything to set my hand on. Whee! Just didn't have the foresight. What a horrible sound. What a horrible sound. Oh, the hand got so weird. I knew I needed to sketch it again. And I didn't. They're not going to be straight. I'm going to pretend they are. Be a little wrong. Will not be hard for me. I said a little wrong. Whoa, what you doing, hand? Okay, I mean, I can make peace with it. I'm gonna start with the darkest places first. Hopefully most of these still have ink so I don't have to refill them. Use them pretty crazy over Inktober, like they've never been used before. So there's a bunch of these refills that are actually pretty low and I need to buy some more. Like my black's still completely empty. I have not bought another one for that guy. Should have done a heavy black shadow for the hands. What? The hands? I mean, I guess it is for the hands as well, but for the arm. For the shadow cast by the arms. My sister's back. That was breaking, I swear. How's it going? Going pretty well. I need to put something under my paper.
That's some wax paper.
You know what? That would be lovely. Please and thank you. Oh yeah, that's much better. My thumbnail was better.
I was gonna bring you an HDMI cable, but I couldn't find one. So.
I think I have one hooked up to things.
Yeah, there's one that's all plugged into stuff, but I thought maybe we had an extra one somewhere, so not saying we don't, because there could be one, but I didn't find it, so.
That's okay. I think I just have that blue one that's usually plugged into my laptop.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be putting blue right here, but I don't want to make these seem really dark.
What else would you put there?
Warm gray. I want to put warm gray.
Oh.
So it stands out. But if I do this, it'll make the shadows look darker. You want to put the warm gray over top, so I'm just going to put a little bit of blue there.
Your physical multiply layer.
Yes, yes, yes. Very important.
I wonder how Arteeza's alcohol markers are.
I don't know. I've never ever tried them, but
I just saw the other day that they had some, and I was like, I couldn't remember if we had watched anybody use them or not.
I've watched a couple people use them when Arteeza was doing a lot of sponsorships back in the day. But
I can't remember if they were refillable or not. Probably not.
No. Oh, Hoo Hoo is now. They have refills. I'm trying to remember. Obviously, I don't have any old Hoo Hoos, but I'm trying to remember. There's another one that had refills that didn't have refillable before. Art and Fly?
That's kind of surprises me. That was almost a bit of a situation
Oh
there.
yeah, my hand's like, I'm not holding that
I
anymore.
don't know how that didn't super draw on that.
I've done it with ink before, and I'm like,
Because
okay, I'm
went
gonna
right
make that
onto
work.
that, so.
Yes. Surprised you didn't make a cup?
I thought about it.
But you weren't feeling that?
I thought about it so I had a good one that was in stock, but I only have like 3 of the 15-ounce cups, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like 3 or
Total.
4 in total. That's all I have left
Yeah.
of the blanks, and then everywhere I looked, they were out of stock. So I'm like, should I try that?
Or should I wait? Yeah.
It would only take a minute if I had the. Literally, it is a minute if those instructions are right. Which I left them written down, so I'm assuming they are. Else I would have. I would have changed it on the clipboard and said, "Hey, don't do this. It doesn't work. It will ruin your cup."
Yeah.
I probably should, because I still have the pumpkin head guy. I still have that one. But I don't have the fox one now. I think I just have one in stock shown on Etsy, which I could make it. I have the cups, I just don't have it made. So, I should probably make it.
Yeah.
Tape everything.
Yeah.
The risk that it could all go terribly wrong.
Yeah.
Or it could be just fine.
Lays down in fetal position on the floor.
Could go one of 2 ways.
Or a secret third
And
way.
it's really bad that the other way is just really bad.
Yeah.
It's not like it could turn out okay, or it could be really great. No, it's just it could turn out okay, or it could be bad, really bad. You can't give it away levels of bad.
Yeah. Just use them as pencil holders.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can even write everything down, and that doesn't. We're just gonna turn out the same way every time.
Yep.
Sadly.
Very sadly. But them's the dice.
Mm-hmm.
This boy's juicy. I must
Yeah,
have
that
refilled
is.
him recently.
I think you did.
I think so too. I think I've tried to
remember
refill
watching you.
most of these before I put them away. Put them away, I mean put them in this bag.
How do they all fit in that bag?
They just fit. Not this
Like,
though.
that's not-
Refills don't fit in
okay.
there.
I'm like, that's a lot to fit in that bag.
I almost want to put texture on this,
Yeah.
but I will regret it with all of my being if I try. I can feel it in my heart. I can feel it in my soul.
Yeah, like little scratchy, like knit lines or
I
something.
can smell it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this one that I used to use on the Dead Girl comic.
Mm-hmm.
It was called Gauze or something like that. It was such a good texture. Ooh, baby. The sexiest texture. And I loved using that on the little voodoo doll on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's probably why, because the stitching kind of looks like the stitching on that doll. That might be why it's
Oh,
making
yeah.
you think about it.
Yep. Absolutely.
I wonder if that's still on there.
What?
That texture.
I think it is. I mean, it's not going to be as cool because I learned how to use the really old Manga Studio.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you could just put it on when you scan it in.
That would be cool. I like
Some
never scan
picture.
these ones that have the wire binding because they're
Yeah.
hard to get flat, but
Yeah.
maybe I could make it work. Maybe I could just take a picture with my
I was gonna say,
iPad.
hell no. I mean, heck, whatever.
You can say
Just
hell.
edit out our conversation. I was gonna say, heck, you could take a freaking picture with it now, and it's almost. It's
For sure.
not perfect, but.
See what I meant about putting the blue in there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I just scar one gray as well.
Yes, your colors of gray.
Yeah.
Into more gray.
Cool.
This is cool.
With one accent color. That is really rad.
That's awesome.
You should send that to me.
I just did.
Very good, very good.
The person's
Dirty iron.
18.
18. Dirty iron 18. Pile of skulls. Very good. On the internet for a long time.
So
Old person. So old.
start to feel like past your internet expiration.
I'm starting to feel like someone should have put me out to pasture a while ago, but I'm still here.
The pasture where there's no Wi-Fi.
No Wi-Fi. Only cabins.
Mm-hmm.
Cabins and silence and hiking trails. And mushrooms.
Exactly. I saw someone painting chickens earlier. I think I sent it to you.
You did. You did. I really
Their
liked that.
chicken painting was so fluid.
was
Like, they didn't even
brilliant.
think about it. There was nothing. They just made a full chicken with brush strokes.
This was not
I'm like,
their
man,
first
out there
chicken
living
dance.
the dream.
Yes.
You just put a paintbrush down and a chicken appears. It was awesome.
That's what the kids want.
It was so cool. Like, they just barely moved it like 3 times and they had a full, just awesome, I think it was watercolor chicken.
Yep, I watched the whole video. I really like chickens even though they're terrifying and mean.
They make some wild sounds.
Not all of them, but some of them are just so mean.
Yeah.
After collecting eggs as a kid, I'm like,
Well, you would be mean if someone was stealing your eggs, too.
Not even their eggs, it was a rooster. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the girls.
I think I accidentally exited off it, but I need to find that again, because it kind of sucks it doesn't show the prices. You have to make it all and then get a quote, but
Uh-huh.
I would really like to make enamel pins.
That
Or
would
just
be
like
really
one
cool.
batch of enamel pins, just...
At least try it once.
Yeah, I really like the wood pins from Zap, but
Yeah, me too.
I would just love to make enamel pins too, and if it was like something that was easy and straightforward and they still turned out really nice, I would be happy about that. Because I was pretty much like, I don't know if we'll ever really make enamel pins, because everyone on YouTube's like, woo, manufacturers and all this stuff, and I don't really want to...
I'm too little.
I don't want to do that.
Too
Like,
little to
making
deal
the
with
wood pins through
manufacturers.
Zap was pretty easy.
For sure.
You pretty much just like, you know, uploaded the file and sent it and
Hope for the best.
approved it, and I think I did a change. I can't remember what it was, it was on me. I hadn't color coded something right in the file or something. And they turned out pretty decent, so. But that's kind of what basically I was leading to, was that as the experience I would like to have trying to make an enamel pin.
Moving forward, I would like
Where
a
you
potential
kind of just were like,
experience.
here's my file, yes,
Yeah.
good. Thank you for my nice product.
Even though I like to mostly make things ourselves.
I do too,
There are
but
certain things
yeah.
I cannot make.
I mean, if we had a laser cutter and we could make the wood pins and just do a like laser engraving thingy kind of on them,
For
or
sure.
wood burn on them or whatever, I would totally do that. But those are
Spicy.
pretty expensive and spicy in expense and spicy, and they are hot. You have to, you know, they have to be ventilated. They're really heavy, so we'd have to get something to put it on. Yeah, that's all a whole. I would love one. They're really awesome. They're amazing. It would assist us in all the random signs we periodically make.
Yeah.
But
And then I could do some cool book covers.
yeah,
I would love to get more into
yeah.
bookbinding.
I really want to. It's a very weird goal, but I really want to make leather hat patches,
That's not weird.
and kind of everything needs that stuff on it. So, in like a laser thing or a da 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 thing. So,
Whoops.
like,
Poked my bag with my marker.
I was thinking, do you ever
Bless.
watch people make the like belts, or when they make when they just make something with leather, like then they're gonna sew it together.
Oh,
and
when they sew it and it's like
use
two.
the punch thing and they put holes.
Yeah.
In it. I was wondering if there was one that would be small enough where you could punch those holes to do around a hat patch, and then you could just do all that, and then you could sew it. I think that's kind of what that thing was. It had a pattern, like it almost looked like a little fork, because it would have 3 or something like that, or 4, and so then it just like punches like that, punches like that, and then you could they're perfectly spaced from each other, and you can like line them up. And like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we could afford I don't remember what they're called, those leather sewing machines. I just sent you one the other day. They have a name, but I can't remember it right now. Where it just has that dial thing. You kind of, looks like a dial, whatever, like a little thing. That it doesn't have all that other stuff a regular sewing machine has.
This is what I want you to do.
It has a little tiny just thing where you can set stuff on. So that's crazy expensive. Like $2,000 or something. It's wild. Yeah. So I'm like, I would probably just keep sewing them by hand. But if you had that punch thing, you wouldn't have to punch through the leather, and then you could do really even stitches. I was doing a blanket stitch on the outside of my hat patches, but maybe I would do a different one, like if it was leather and I could do the holes.
Yeah.
Because obviously I was just trying to do what was easiest I didn't have the holes, I just had to make them, and yeah. And then they wouldn't, I had to glue them myself, and yeah, all that stuff, so. But I think that place that Cat Vault got the pins from, I cannot remember the name of it, I think you could get patches made from them too.
Yeah. We'll have to find it.
Like, maybe I'll just get some made and sell them on the hats, I don't know. I mean, you can sell them on other stuff too, but.
For sure.
I have a few hats, so. I mean, I guess if you could get them made and probably still cost less than trying to buy all the stuff for them. But I would still want the punch thing, because I would still want to sew them.
Yeah.
I mean, the glue looks fine and lasts fine, and but I just like the way the stitching looks too. I think it just adds it just adds to it. I think even if it was just decorative stitching and you could get the glue on well, which I don't know, we'd have to get a hat press. That one we have on our 7-way press, I can't get it to work, and I don't know if it's just the hats. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know why I've wanted to do that since I made those other couple hats earlier this year.
Well, we can write it down as a goal and just kind of see if we can save up for it. To keep going to the market and whatnot.
Yeah, I almost kind of wish we'd got some really long tablecloths. Just because we have to put all the stuff under the tables.
Yeah, and hide it. Well, you don't really have to.
Well, I didn't last time. I took a lot of stuff and just put it back in the truck. Yep.
I'm gonna make a video for my YouTube. It's a lot like what I did for my Inktober. I'm gonna draw a naked man. Sounds about right. On brand, on brand. On brand. Where's my marker? Should I use this one? White's not this paper's friend. He's not my Faber-Castell.
You don't have a gel pen?
I do have a gel pen, but I was gonna fill a big giant unicorn area, but I think maybe I'll refrain. That is not it. I still have this. This is what they marked my foot with.
They gave
my
it to
foot
you?
surgery. Yeah, they said I could have it because they have to throw it away after they use it.
Yeah, because it touched your
boot.
Although
my entire leg.
after Hibiclens is on, I don't know what could. After you wash your leg with Hibiclens, I don't know what could be left.
I don't know. I feel like I was rebirthed. Even when I was born, there was more filth on me. Oh, you feel so dry and you can't use lotion and. Ugh.
I think it was was a 20%, sorry, back to the pins. I think it was a 20% off sale, so I think it was like $1, so they were like $4. But I don't know what the shipping was. I don't know what I have it at. I haven't got to ship one yet, so I'm kind of like, I don't think I had it very high.
Well, they... What am I talking about? Oh, they don't weigh that much. Got confused.
I mean, they'll weigh a little bit because they have a metal clasp on the back.
Backing, yeah.
And you'll probably have to put them in a little bit of bubble wrap or something so they don't poke. Well, we have bubble mailers. I'd probably put them in there before. Like bubble mailers we could just reuse.
I do like reusing.
I know, like, I should have made a note to the person that we just shipped the cup to, like, just so you know, this was all reused. None of this bubble wrap was new. But after that package that I probably would have just put the brown paper, because the brown paper works really well to kind of cradle around the cup. But after that package that I just got in that was, like, completely ripped on one side and the bottom was about to fall out, and I was kind of scared to do that. I didn't want to send a mug, which luckily what we had in the box wasn't super breakable, and it was all wrapped up in plastic, so it wasn't going to shift anywhere. But I really don't want to send a mug and it just kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious, because when you buy all those blanks and they ship them to you, they're literally just floating around in a box. I don't know how I haven't had more that were broken. Yeah, I've had a few, but really not that bad.
Not that anything's currently available for shipping.
No, I can't buy any right now.
I put texture on anyway. I'm such a nerd. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine.
It says cost to ship is $4. So maybe that's why.
$4.
That's like $3.99, so that makes the pin like $8. So maybe that's why no one wanted to buy it.
I don't know. I kind of expect that when I buy stuff off of Etsy and whatnot.
Yeah. I have that thing turned on, even though it kind of scares me. I have that thing turned on where if you buy more than like $35 of stuff, you get free shipping. Because I'm like, it kind of evens out, so.
Yeah.
I've never ever fails. I think some of it's my fault because I don't have my shipping weights 100% like right. But I almost always end up upgrading people's shipping anyway. It will be like $1 or $2 or whatever more to do priority, and I'm just like, just do a priority.
Honestly, I think that's what a lot of people do, because I've definitely just paid regular shipping loads of times and they send it priority.
Well, and I think don't quote me on this, I might totally be wrong. I think the priority shipping always has like $100 of insurance or something like that on it. So, that's probably another reason a lot of people do priority.
And some people have deals with the shippers and things too.
Yeah. I almost didn't do an Etsy. I try not to do the Etsy shipping notice because it's not you paying the money. You don't get anything like a write-off or anything from it. Because they just take it out of your money, like, that they were going to give you for the order. So I try to just pay for it myself, but I think I got a little surcharge on Shippo because it said that the weight that I shipped that last package, it said it was a little bit wrong and it charged me like 77 cents. I don't freaking know how because I did weigh it, but Etsy hasn't done that to me yet, so I'm like, oh, I'll just freaking do it off Etsy this time. Shipping's the hardest freaking part about this. That's the one thing that makes me not want to make a website because I don't want to have to figure out the shipping so much. Like, the hard thing is when people do like standard mailers, they always use the same box. They can say what it is. It's kind of hard for me to say what it will be because we just reuse boxes. Whatever something kind of fits in and isn't making too much waste or anything, we just reuse boxes that we have and that we saved. Well, that makes it really hard for me to say how much something's going to weigh. Like, I've tried to weigh some things on the food scale, which is not 100% accurate, but at least you know if you're close to a pound or whatever, or 12 ounces, because I think that's the cutoff for some of the packages, like if it's more than 12 ounces then it goes up to this much, etc. So I think at least that gets you close, but That's why I thought the Shippo thing surcharging me was weird, because I'm like, it couldn't have been that off. I put everything together, I'm pretty sure, and then I weighed it before I shipped the thing and before I bought the thing.
Yeah.
But I could only think it was that because it said something about weight, so I don't know, it was weird. I also don't like it because you can't take your card back off of it. Yeah. But then, I don't know, all the Etsy stuff has its own problems. If we made our own website, I would have to use something like, probably like Shippo or whatever.
Yeah.
Or I'd have to go to the, I'd have to go to the mail every time and weigh all of them. And I have to keep track of all the tracking numbers to send to people, so that's a whole... You know, like Shippo and Etsy, they send the mail receipt to people so they get the tracking and everything. You don't have to, like, manually send all of that.
Hey, I don't think we're gonna have
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be
sales for a while.
inundated so hard that it's gonna be like, can you weigh these 57 packages?
No, we're like, can you weigh this one package every 3 or 4 months?
57
maybe?
packages is like half our inventory, so if we could just clear that out and then get some more.
New inventory. I'm trying to think of more things to make. Try to be on top of that even when work starts.
Yeah. I don't think it'll turn out very well because that flag we tried, because it was long, it didn't turn out very well. But we did have a desk mat that we could try to sublimate. Like, maybe we should make one to put under your monitor now.
Yeah, it's really big.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see an actual image upon it.
Yeah, that's why I was going to bring you an HDMI cord, but I couldn't find one.
That's okay. Don't worry about that.
But
Can test it like anytime.
I actually wanted to make, this is a really, like, niche idea. I actually wanted to make a, with the sublimatable mats, but after we tried that flag and it just turned out so bad, I'm really apprehensive to try to do something long. I really wanted to make play mats for card games like Magic the Gathering or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you could have all the play areas and everything, you could put them all on the mat, and I was like, that'd be really cool. But then we tried to sublimate that flag that didn't fit all the way in the heat press, and it turned out really bad. And now I'm scared to try the mat, because it's pretty long. I can't remember how long, but it's pretty long.
Big old desk mats.
I think it's in this box. About 31.5 inches, so...
Yeehaw.
I think is our heat press 12 or 15? 15.
15. Yeah.
15, so yeah, I'd have like a little bit. So that would be annoying. I've had them for ages and I wanted to try them and
Just too scared.
yeah.
My back.
Someday we're gonna have to get
Fat boy press.
yeah. Or they're too freaking expensive, but I would love a what is the word I'm looking for? I'm done.
I don't think that was the word you were looking for.
A wide format sublimation printer.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2 words I was looking for.
Too many.
That's why it took so long.
Too many words.
But they're really expensive. I don't know if there's, you know, sublimation's it's good and bad. Everyone's got good and bad experiences with different things. There's some people that'll swear by certain printers and some people that say don't waste your time. Like even the one we have, which I
just do whatever I want and
I
hope
know.
for the best after that.
But the wide format ones, and they can print way longer.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
I could see that opening a whole can of worms.
Well, because the biggest one, or the longest one that we can print, I think, and I don't even think they make longer sublimation paper than this anyway, or at least not what we buy from, so we have to kind of just have the size that we have, is 8.5 by 14. So that means if something's really long, you have to
double up and try to get it lined up.
Yeah, you have to line it up.
And
Which
that's
really worked
fun.
pretty well on the notebooks, weirdly. It worked really, really well on the notebooks. But I have not had a lot of luck trying to do that on almost anything else. Did you finish it?
Maybe.
Is it complete?
It's like something's missing. It's probably just that part of me that wants to put a color thing in.
Oh yeah.
But guess who didn't bring color? Tis I.
I mean, it's got kind of a brownish color, golden-y color going on.
I have the warm grays and this paper. I guess that was a little show. Basically how I set things up for Inktober. It's not perfect because usually I'd spend a lot longer fussing with it and trying to get what I wanted, especially out of the thumbnail. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day or night. Bye.